Yo, what's going on, everybody? Voice coming at you with another live stream, of course. And you know what time it is whenever we go live like this? It is gaming time. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Let me plug in my controller first off. I'll do that right now. Alright, now that we got that hooked up, let me see if everything is in functioning order with this. Damn, needs troubleshooting. Okay, I can fix that right now. Let me remove the device and plug it back in. There we go. It should be set back. Let me make sure it didn't change the audio mixer for this. Okay, yeah, it's good. It's good. All right. Everything's good. It's all ready. So let me go right ahead and do this. Close that. Okay, wait. There we go. I completely forgot to change the settings of this damn emulator the last time I played it. Let me do that right now. I gotta configure some stuff real quick. Alright, I need these. Vulcan. And these. Alright. We should be good now. Let me see if I could do a screen capture of this. Okay. It kind of changed things up from how it used to be, though. I hope this is the right thing. See, I don't like how it does that. It's showing the whole thing. Let me get rid of that. Where the fuck is the delete function? I don't even see it here. Okay, remove. I'd rather just do it the normal way then. Add source. Okay, is that the only way they're doing it? It should be something there. Add source. Okay, there we go. We got something off of that. Let's just remove that. And then let's show the mouse. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Damn, I chose the wrong thing again. I'm trying to get in the volume so I can lower it a little. Okay, there we go. That should be good. I think I can make it a little bigger than this. There we go.
Death Valley.
Let me go ahead and unmute from this too. There we go. I agree. I love racing games. Available on level 5. Can't do that yet. Cruis'n, let's go. Cruis'n, let's go. Cruis'n.
Welcome to Death Valley.
Ready, set,
nothing. What the? Weird. Come on, I'm almost got it. Oh yeah, baby.
First place.
Race at Death Valley, great. I just hope that no one has died from Death Valley yet. I don't think there's much cases of that, usually because they warn people to leave before it even gets that bad. And they have a center with air conditioner that you can kind of retreat to, I think.
Madagascar.
Damn. It's crazy how you can only buy 5.
Welcome to Madagascar. Ready, set,
This truck is in the way. I hate how those trucks are not destructible. They just get in the way. man.
It's time to rev up those flat fryers.
Yep. It's Titanies. We are on some cruising.
Yeah, you're cruising for a breeze, bro.
Rio de Janeiro.
I don't even have enough cash to get more than one. That sucks.
Man, well, whose fault's that?
It's mine, to be honest. Like for the other 2-3 races, I was buying that stuff, so
Welcome to
I can't
Rio
tell how
de
many
Janeiro.
viewers I've got because I'm not looking at the phone.
Ready, set,
Oh, I get. You got
How many?
three.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Sonic sometimes when I'm in this.
I didn't know your phone twisted, Mel.
That's a moccasin boogie!
Seems like your own's coming.
I hope I can make first place. Oh damn, I missed that key.
I just made my juice. Evil
Almost got it.
First place.
I can feel the excitement.
I love the victory music in this game too.
Indeed. Man. I can say for sure 2003 is going to have some good games coming out at the beginning of the year.
2023 is the best gaming year out of
Rio
all
de
these years.
Janeiro.
Like, it's the best gaming year, honestly, since I say like since 2008. And the best gaming year of all was 1998.
Welcome
was
to
barely
Rio
born.
de Janeiro.
Still a bunch of crazy franchises started like during that point.
Set,
Or they had like these new entries that
I'm just happy the new RPG. Not that long-running Legend of Heroes game. Tales of Reverie. It's finally out.
I played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I got first place every single race. That's incredible, especially considering all the people you have to play against. You talking about online or just single player? Or playing against someone?
No, because online's a whole different story from that game.
It's really difficult to place that, like... It's so hard to place first online. Oh, single player? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and there's
Singapore.
finally Singapore.
Singapore.
Nope, not enough. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome to Singapore.
This girl keeps asking me to go cruise. I'm gonna go cruise with her.
Ready, set, here we go. Woo!
Such a Sonic one.
Yeah, get out of my way.
Taste of rain.
It's Aqua Ruin. I knew this was Sonic.
Fuck that.
Sonic Pursuit.
Second place.
Unacceptable. I must quit first place. Screw this crap.
Restart the race right now.
Just to prove my point.
Damn. Oh my.
Welcome to Singapore. Ready, set,
What is Singapore?
Singapore? I forget. I think it's a country.
There's some of these cities that have weird names.
Oh my god. These trucks need to be destructed. I hate how they get in the way like that.
Really?
It's like the cars are destructible, but not the trucks that just randomly drive on the track.
once again.
I'm the best!
To wrap this all up for this game, I think I'm gonna do one of the cups. Then after I do the cups, then it's time to move on to the game you're gonna be playing. We've gotten enough time out of cruising.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Let's go to Cruis'n Tour.
Normal. Okay, which one I haven't done yet? We haven't done this one yet, so let's do it. Let's go cruising. How many times I gotta tell you, we not going cruising, woman?
Oh, dude. What a start.
Genocide. Everybody's favorite.
Oh God!
I see ya.
Did this game just like become what was that other game that I was playing that was a racing game called?
I thought that Disney Racing.
There's that one game I have on PC. I'm trying to remember the name.
Really?
I don't know why I forgot the name. Like, let me look at it for a second so I can remember the name of it. Split Second is what it's called. That's what it's reminding me of the stage. God. Why is my car doing Tatsumaki? Gotta restart the race.
Crud.
What do you mean? Aren't you doing the whole con?
Yo, Geek! What's good, man? Welcome to the stream. You're welcome to join me and Stan if you want. Alright. Stan, he's asking what's good.
Just doing the same old stuff. There's a spring. See a giant donut traveling across the
I just blew up that car directly. Oh shit, the car that just showed up got blown up. Yeah, finish, baby.
First place.
That's the stuff. Yo, Geek, what's up, man?
What Victor, you're not allowed to win.
Why?
Just the true comedy is anger.
You know what? I'm going to Desert Escape. Screw this.
Oh,
my mic is off. What's good, everybody? I'm like, what? They can't hear me. What's up, everybody?
Not much, man. Just chilling. Decided to stream tonight. Me and Stan are both going to be streaming on this channel tonight. He's going to be playing some Pac-Man after I get done playing some Cruis'n Blast. Give me that.
I'll be here for a minute. I'm bought a 10 terabytes, so I'm transferring all my data from the 10 terabyte over to, or from the 4 terabyte to the 10 terabyte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a work in
Long
progress.
process, but it's gonna be worth it.
Facts.
I need more space for that.
Man, this might be the most fun cruising game I've ever played in my life. It almost feels like split second sometimes. That other racing game that I played, like, 2 days ago.
Yeah, the tongue does twisting now.
Why? Because you can blow up the cars, then you then you're freaking crazy. I don't even think that was possible in previous cruising games. You just blow up your car.
I was watching the Bucky O'Hare arcade game. I don't know why I got stuck on Bucky O'Hare game. So watching that last night. I didn't finish it. It's only like 45 minutes.
Oh, that was the longest wheelie I had so far. Yeah.
First place.
Feels good.
You need some time? You want me to come back? Okay, just checking, honey. Cruising.
Why is the desert covered in snow? I mean, you never seen a desert snow before? They usually receive the heaviest kind of snow.
Oh.
I remember when I first moved to the desert, I was like, oh man, it's just gonna be hot every season. I moved there, no, winter was the worst. Because it was just cold. I'm not just talking regular type cold, I mean blizzard cold. Deserts have the worst. I learned that quick.
It's taking too long for some of these files. It said a day for 265 gigabytes. Like, stop. I know. Because it's not. That's what. Because I transferred something from my computer to the external, but now what I'm trying to do is the one I have the 2 gigabyte. I'm gonna transfer that data to the 4, but it's taking longer to transfer from external. I don't understand it.
Place.
I'm sorry, I was listening.
Oh, you good?
That was amazing. I freaking flipped over the car in front of me when I was in second place, right in front of the finish line, and ended up in first place. Man, that was a great way to end it for that race. Okay, what's this? Jungle Pursuit. Alright, here we go. I think this might be the last track in this cup.
I got my ass kicked so bad in Mario Kart tonight.
Man, and that's completely opposite of what Meadow's playing, but then again, he was playing single player.
okay, it makes sense because if you were on the world of online, races will be very difficult.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse, the comms or the humans. Probably the humans.
I think they're both.
They can target you. The one thing about the damn computers, they just go in a straight line. But the damn people, they can, you know, double, triple, gangbang you. Yeah.
Well, the thing with humans, they can just stay behind you and just throw 3 shells at you.
Yeah, they can bully you basically. And some people
Somebody
don't even
does it.
care about being in first place. They just care about defeating you.
Exactly. Oh, and if you're a streamer, yeah, they're gonna go after you. It's fun. It's fun for them. I don't know why. It just I know why. It ain't fun.
I watch my car trying to flip in the area.
I remember the day April was Victor once.
Yeah, you were evil for that.
Yeah, Victor, he's like, I don't want to rehash that.
No, to be fair, I had a time like that before too. We've all done that before.
Yeah, I have. Mostly it's
It was like, all right, I'm
Then I
leave
thought
on the
about it.
attachment stand while he's CPR guy.
Well, that's what makes the game good, to be honest with you. That's those games
Oh
like
my
that
God.
are meant to
No.
fire out the range. Damn.
First place.
Oh, you made it though, or kind of, or I'm
I
probably
actually made it.
yeah.
The funniest thing about it is Victor calls me an evil bastard. I'm like,
Like it's just a race.
he's like, you evil bastard.
And what was that? What was that old cartoon with the Hanna-Barbera? Like that. Well, I forgot the name of that cartoon, but it was like that's what got over. They used to what's his name? Snively. I know I went way back. That was way before my time.
But I know what you're talking about.
That's what he used to do. There it is. He like shut up, Snively.
Like, Dick
This game
bastard.
has such good music.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Dick Dastardly. Yeah, and it was the cup where they all the Hanna-Barbera characters raced against each other.
I think it's the wacky races or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Dan, thumbnail again.
Hey, I used to watch all that show on Boomerang back then.
Right? Yes, that's one. Woo.
Yeah, this is a car murderer simulator at this point. Get one more gold medal to unlock the next tour. Kiss my gold ass.
Oh.
What the?
Oh. Damn.
Why? It's because Night Tour, isn't it? Because freaking Night Tour, I didn't win all of them. So because of that, I can't unlock this one. It makes me so livid, man. Come on. I just want to unlock the new tour. I just completed that for nothing. One coin short. It couldn't let me have it. So I have to go through 4 races again to get this. We gotta move on to Pac-Man. Why are you doing this to me? Cruis'n. We supposed to be boys, man. You're the only Switch game I wanted.
Oh, damn.
Why don't you want to cruise?
I really want you to play Mario Kart. So I know you don't want to. That's what I want, though. If I could just drop you a Switch, I just drop you one. Because I just want you to experience. And you know what will happen? As soon as you get it, that's when the new Switch with the new Mario Kart will come out. And nobody else is going to be on it. That's what's going to happen. When you finally decide, you know what? I think I'll get one. It's only $100 for Christmas now, and that's when they're going to drop the new one.
Yeah,
All right,
the
Stan,
time will
you about ready to switch to your game?
Yeah.
All right, let me stop
Switch.
the emulation for this.
Speaking of Switch.
You definitely want to switch.
I don't know what I
Yeah,
want
we-
for the
we
Switch,
switching
the
over
new
to
one.
The next game.
I wanted it to be better graphics, but I think this was actually a really good console for what it was. It
No, it
was in its
was.
own thing.
It was. It's just I didn't like the underpower shit, and some
I
of the
understand.
things that share in common with the Wii, but that's inevitable. Like they're gonna continue down that path since it was successful, so it makes sense. It's just a huge part of like the Switch's promotion was them saying that the Switch was not another Wii system,
Yeah,
but it kind of is.
it is. It's slightly a novelty. It's not as much as the Wii or the. I think it's the best. I think
It's better than
take
Wii
away the
U.
Super Nintendo. It's
Yeah.
the it's in the top 3 systems.
Yeah, it is.
It's the top 3 system. It's because my top 3 are probably, which I think are like top 3 that's theirs in no order: Switch, Super Nintendo, and GameCube, and then probably like the NES
Hey,
coming up.
I'm going with the exact same order. That's my order for Nintendo systems.
I did like GameCube a lot. So much that I had to go buy. I went and bought another one last year. I got a good deal for like $60 for the Indigo one.
I actually had 2 of them back in the day.
Oh shoot! Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
meant like you had 2 of them. I could have had one.
I had a black
got
one
from
and a
you.
purple one. I sold one of them to my friend Leon.
Memories.
And before that, I actually sold the black one. So, like, I actually sold both of them because I went crazy when I found out about emulation. Give me a second. I will be right back, guys.
After these messages, he'll be right back. Sponsored by nobody. I was going to say that.
This brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Sponsored by.
Yeah, I gotta kind of like try to keep my voice down because my nephew is asleep. He's spending the night for the summer, so.
Summer day.
Yep. All right, I'm ready to connect to you, Stan.
No Sonic in the Black Knight then.
Not tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I want that Sonic in the Black Knight so bad. Watch you wouldn't even have any trouble with it this now. You would just probably go right through the game.
He'll probably
clip
like
that?
in the game immediately as soon as I connect. He's already on Pac-Man.
It's the power of quick resume, my friend.
Oh yeah, that's right. Xbox has that quick resume. Doesn't PlayStation have that as well?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting like this current generation has it.
I keep forgetting how to use my damn PS5 HUD. I'm like, where I go to get? I gotta go to my notifications to go to my where it is. Let me look at it real quick. I gotta go to my notification. Gotta press the PlayStation button. Go down to my notifications, or no, go to home. Then go to like it's kind of cumbersome. Doesn't seem. It could just be a me problem. It probably is just a me. It normally is, but you know. Victor's like, yes, it's you, bro.
I mean, yeah, I understand. Not yet. It is.
Yummy.
Cruis'n.
I mean, the struggle of modern systems. Completely understand. I was getting mad just because the other day I was like installing Mortal Kombat 11 back on my PS4, and I'm just like, man, this is taking like 3 hours. I hate this. I miss days where you could just put a game in and just play.
Well. I'm scared to even try. Okay, let me try this. I'm scared to even try to move this file. It's only 222 gigabytes. Let's see if it does.
What is it?
Let's see.
Another game or? Is it
No, these are all like I have just literally all of my files I use for work and for YouTube and Twitch and everything. All my assets, I have it on the cloud. So what happens is I'm just transferring it to a bigger one. So like right now, I'm moving all of my VTube stuff. So I have a whole like at least 10 gigabytes of like VRoid assets or custom shit that I'm in. Hey, it was actually pretty fast. So what I've been doing now, since it wasn't working the other way, I've been going folder by folder. I know it seems tedious, but it's faster. Folder by folder, and like just transferring it like piece by piece, and it's going a lot faster.
Question, because I never did like the cloud stuff before with like computers. Are you able to like install something from the cloud like directly to it as an extra sort of hard drive, or no?
Not that I know of. Like you still need some kind of like, even like with OBS, it has to be on a drive. So I have like some like online settings, but like they'll act funky when the web is messed up. But like you still need it to be on like a drive or something like that. Now all my Word documents or like videos, Photoshop, Premiere, all those different files and stuff, though, those I can access and save and send like anywhere. So that's why I really like that, because what would happen was a lot of time, you always, I know you don't know about the elevator pitch. Well, sometimes you might be in a situation with an elevator pitch, or it happened to me, and you want to bring something up or show a picture, and guess what? You ain't got it. Oh, I gotta get, and then you just lost your opportunity. So I like the fact that I can just go boom, boom, and just go to my drive, and then do that. So that's why I have it backed up. See, I have, for when I was doing the archives last year, all of this gameplay is 3.9 terabytes of gameplay. It was weighing my PC down, even though it was hooked to an external. So because the external was getting filled up. It's only 4 terabytes.
Yeah. The external I have is currently only 1 terabyte each. I need to buy another one. I think I'll get a more bigger one next time. Probably like 2 or 4.
I might sell my 2. I'll let you know. I put it on I got eBay. So that's why I was taking that off, so I can keep the 4 and sell the 2. So I might sell the 2. I don't want to quote you no price yet until I check the price, but I'll keep you posted.
Don't you
send you a URL.
Steal Pac-Man and break that spider? Only steel can break steel.
Yeah. Pretty philosophical there. Like that's I didn't even know what to say. I was like, yeah, you're right. I had no like witty banter or nothing else. I was like, yeah,
I mean, there's really nothing else. So.
And I was watching and I was thinking to myself, I was like, maybe with a lot. And I said, no, that's you reaching. I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, that could melt it, but probably not even melt it in some cases.
The problem with this is going to be, though, that I know it's going to be the issue is, so I have certain things. So for instance, like say I did Final Fantasy 16 video, right? So one of the files is hooked, like, so some of the graphics are hooked to certain, folders in OneDrive. Right. So what's going to happen is once I switch everything over, I'm always, until I get it corrected, all of these things I'm gonna have to manually do almost. So as soon as I access them, I have to go and find the drive. But I'd rather, I guess, just bite the bullet and do that than when you don't have no space on your PC or everything just works so slow.
Yeah,
it's offensive.
Because it has no extra room to freaking do anything in. That's why I hate when that happens. That's why I try not to have so much installed.
I had to record
really
Final Fantasy
make your stuff slower.
I had to record it. That's because I had 1 terabyte left, and I was like, not playing games because I said I don't want to. If I'm gonna record it, I don't have the time to play 2 or 3 playthroughs or something like that. So plus, it's like a movie. I don't know if it's happening to y'all. Like sometimes when I watch something, it takes me a minute before I want to watch it again or go back to play it again. especially now, it's so much stuff out.
I
still
get
haven't
that,
played
but for
Grizzly
me, it's
King.
like I'll do it twice. But if it's a video game, like I'll want to just go through it once and then like take a few days off of it before I try to go back and play it again.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that was the case when I played Resident Evil 1. I beat that crap and I didn't go back for some time. But then I tried it like a month later to try to beat it again. And behold, I was able to beat it again. And then 2 times became 3 times. And then 3 times became 7. And then I was like, okay, I understand this game now. Time to move on to the next one. And I never beat that one.
I've put about
because it was Resident Evil 0.
1,000 hours into Persona 5. I'll say about 1,000 hours into Persona 5. 4 playthroughs. So I know in about 600, 700 hours into Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I'm on the going on the last playthrough. So I know I will go back to it sometimes, the same game. But it's hard for me to do it right after. Sometimes it's kind of like I have post-game clarity.
Or you could be me. I can play 3 Houses 10 times like, right after.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. I did play 3 Houses back to back, except Blue Lions. That's the one I'm on right now. Because I'm recording that one now. I'm right at the time jump. Right after the time jump.
3 Houses is such a really good game.
Yeah, it is. That and Xenoblade 3 are my favorite. 2 of my favorite. I don't know what my favorite 5 would be, but those are up there.
I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but that ending for Xenoblade 3, though, that's all I gotta say.
The DLC or the actual game?
Just the actual game in general.
Oh, okay.
Like, bro,
It's good. Do you know I still haven't did everything on that? I still need to do Future Redeemed. I haven't even touched Future Redeemed. I got like 20 hours into Forspoken, and I need to finish Forspoken. Forspoken is actually a good game, and you know what? I need to do some video or talk about this because I mentioned it before. If you play both games, or if you don't even have to play them, go back and look. It's the same system. So if people talk shit about Forspoken, then they don't like Final Fantasy freaking 16 because they took the same concept. It's the same exact thing. Literally, like it's the same exact thing. Like I like phrase parkour more. You can get around more, but Final Fantasy 16 is of course the better game. If you would put them together next to each other.
And the only thing I just really didn't like about Forspoken is just the character dialogue. Other than that, the gameplay.
It wasn't that bad to me. It wasn't that. I got like 15-20 hours in. It didn't. She just drops the F-bomb a lot, but some of the things where she's like, boom, got him. It honestly, like I was born in '82. I'm like that's some shit I would say. Like matter of fact, I say stuff like that sometimes still because well, I was born in the '80s. I had to go look up what Cap was
because I can't take
years
it.
ago.
I can't take it seriously because her face model it looks like the Pink Ranger from Dino Charge. Look up,
why did they do her like this?
Shelby from Dino Charge and look at her actress and then look.
Yeah, I know. I see. That's why. So why did they do her? Because the actress is a baddie. She's beautiful, and they kind of like low polyed her.
Yeah, they did. But then again, this is a Japanese studio trying to like mimic the way Western people do things.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the greatest things about it because at first I didn't even know that it was a Japanese game. I thought it was just like done by some studio that's working its own that was Western or something. No, this game is actually by Japanese people. It's great.
Yeah. It's actually a good
It's just
game.
like Resident
You know.
Evil, how those games have a Western resemblance and don't really feel very Japanese.
The issue about Forspoken, unfortunately, it's like so many things, especially because it's a Japanese company making a black character, is the main draw is she's a black character, but it's right in the middle. It's kind of like an Infamous, or what was that other one where you can, and not the same game mechanics, but the same kind of game type almost, it's like that. It's like an open world game like that a little bit,
Yeah.
but an RPG stuff. It's not bad. It's just kind of like but it's not great.
Yeah.
It's not great.
But I'm hearing that 16 did a much better job at it, even though it's pretty alien for a Final Fantasy game in terms of gameplay.
16 is good.
Yeah.
This is not a spoiler for those of y'all that's in the chat. I just let you know I try my best not to do spoilers. After I was hurt in 1997 when a neighbor told me that Aerith dies, because I was taking too long to play the game. So I never really fully, I always think about that. But anyway, you can't control you only control one character, and that's my main gripe. I'm really disappointed in that, and I've got people trying to debate me about my opinion. I'm like, listen, hold up. That's for me. That's what kind of makes it doesn't feel like Final Fantasy. It's a Final Fantasy, but if I'm nitpicking and I could pick one thing, that's where it's the Western, because Skyrim and all the other games, they're by themselves. But what they thought, well, let's just put the other characters with them, with Clive, but basically you're only controlling Clive. You don't control the rest of the party. You can't even check their stats out. You can't even look at them.
Okay, that's very different.
And for me, that's everybody's, the battle system. I knew they had to change the battle system. This is 2023. They already got, Square Enix has Dragon Quest if people want to play turn-based. Yeah, we love turn-based is Final Fantasy,
Sure,
but
defy physics, Pac-Man. Sorry.
man, you can. Outsider said, spoil everything. I can't do it. I won't do it. Can't spoil. Won't spoil. Rockefeller Records. I would be hurt. I spoiled on Senior Ditch Day. I don't know. I hadn't seen the damn movie, and then they had it on VHS or DVD, one of them. DVD probably. And it was Sixth Sense, and got all the way to the movie, the end of the movie, right? And then right at the end of the movie, the dude that was at his house, he goes, "Oh man, wasn't it a trip that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time and you didn't?" I said, "Bruce Willis was dead the whole time?" He said, "You ain't never seen it?" Oh, I sat there for 2 hours and watched this movie and was invested. Cool. Y'all don't feel my pain. Y'all don't feel my struggle. It's cool. It's gonna move my files.
We get you, bro. Get you.
Yeah, right. Let's see.
Still, for what it is, I think it's a cool new take on it, but people just like being able to control more than one character for Final Fantasy, because they've been doing that for so many years.
I'm the only one that I've heard mention that. Of course, I haven't heard everybody, but that I talk to everybody. Like it's like you can't. It's like Zelda, and I don't want to be a contrarian. I swear, I don't. And it feels like I am becoming the old man gamer. And I'm not saying that old games are better, because to be very honest with you, I've enjoyed playing games in my adult life. I don't know about y'all, that I did as a child. Because in my adult life, I'm able to appreciate it more. Like a lot of stuff, even when I go back to, I was like, oh shit, that game I knew it was happening, but damn, that was actually pretty deep. And I was playing and reading this as, 13, 14, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? But in my adult life, I'm able to really absorb the game a lot differently and understand these concepts and the mythos and things and how they put everything together.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like that for me too. Like, I never paid attention to like how deep the story of Tomb Raider was, like the classic games, until I revisited it. Because I used to be like afraid to even try to complete a Tomb Raider game because it had puzzles in it. You know, puzzles are my kryptonite, and Tomb Raider is filled with them. Trying to figure out what to do and all of that, and I'm just like, as a kid, I was just like, man, I don't get the story, but I never got the story because I didn't pay attention to anything. But now having that attention span to just pay attention to it and all, I feel like it's a lot deeper with like all of the games that came out for Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
And even the newer one, like, it's absolutely crazy because it plays around with the idea of people thinking that others have psychosis when they don't. Like, you played the same game, so you know what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah,
how
I didn't play part 3. I played the first 2. I think
like I'm talking about specifically like part 2 and everything. Even parts of part 1, like how they thought that Laura's father was crazy. And all of that, and then they started thinking that she was crazy because she was looking for the same thing, but she had evidence that it was true because they had tried to attack her all throughout the first game.
When you said that, I remember you were actually watching me when I was playing that part 2 with you. And I remember that. That's when the whole ceiling and stuff was falling in and stuff. I remember that. Yeah, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was playing that game as well.
Yeah, it's like
great game.
It's a good game. I really liked it though. I didn't get a chance to play Tomb Raider. I was broke, and then and that's what RPGs helped me because I can just play that for hours upon hours upon hours, for a long time. And I had to choose between like Final Fantasy or Tales of Destiny or something like that, or Tomb Raider or Metal Gear. That's why I didn't really get into the Metal Gear series, is because I was always playing another role-playing game or something at the time.
Okay, meta. For me playing RPGs is kind of a rare thing because I won't say that I don't play them entirely. I mean, I've played Kingdom Hearts and things like that, but primarily I'm not much of an RPG guy. I'd rather just watch others play RPGs because I do like the story, but I just don't really have the patience to really sit through it, and I like to be more hands-on with characters, and I don't really like leveling up systems and things like that. So I usually tend to avoid playing RPGs and just spoil myself to an entire game by watching other people play.
That's that's why I wanted it. I was so adamant about doing the archives, honestly, because I really wanted to make it a series. There's a lot of people who like the story. Like, I got a homegirl, Sham. She's like huge into anime, got an anime channel, everything and stuff. And she says I just can't get into playing the game, but I heard how good it is, and I want to know about the story. So I wanted to create a Toonami basically for RPG. So that way, you can watch it instead of, you don't have to play it. And if you want to play it, you can play it. But I wanted to cut it in a way like to cut the menus and shit out. Because some of that people don't know, and I think a lot of times, because you said that before, the puzzle, or when you got to go into all these different advanced screens and metrics and stuff, it can get confusing to people. Somebody asked me, it was this girl I was talking to, and she's like, how do you know? She has seen me play different games. She's like, how do you know what is in your head that you just know how to just go from that game to this other game? I said, I don't know. I just memory, muscle memory, because say I can go from FF7R to Final Fantasy 16 to Earthbound. I'll just do up a old game. But now for me, my kryptonite probably is fighting games. I'm not good at inputting. Like I'm okay at Soul Calibur, but that's more because you don't have to input. Like it's good too, but you don't have to input. Like Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, I love them. Even Mortal Kombat, but I can't. I'm not good at that. And first person shooters, like I'm okay, but I think I got irritable with the hype, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you told me about that before.
Yeah, I think that's what really threw me off with it. I really like Halo, and it's fun for but when it's like when the early gaming or that golden era of gaming during that time, it was like if you don't like first person shooters, that's not a game. Anything that had anything like an anime or cartoon character wasn't a game, but you gotta blast somebody's head off was a game. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? They just start making these games.
Mindset.
And yeah, it irritated me. So that was one of the reasons I was like, I don't want to play no damn
Not only that,
World War
was
II.
Like the fucking cool. It's cool to hate RPG era. Like mainly things like X-Play and stuff. Talking shit about RPGs like they're bad or
Phil Spencer. Let's not get this dude exempt. He shit all on RPGs and said that the Xbox never needed RPGs. They didn't want no RPGs.
Like, look, I don't even play RPGs that much, and I can admit it's a very important genre. Like, I partially think that it really did have to do with the success of consoles like the PlayStation and Super Nintendo, like, and even Sega Genesis. Like, if they didn't have RPGs, where would they honestly be?
What does the Switch have a surplus of?
RPGs.
It has a huge surplus of RPGs, and people complain about ports, but okay, you didn't get a chance to play Grandia 1 for PlayStation 1, and who wants to go pay $70 for it? So you can get it for $40 on the Switch, and take it where you want to go.
You can't beat that.
But I branched out. Well, I tried to. I played what was that? What was the game? Destiny. I really liked it, Destiny, except I thought it was too short. Like me and a group of people beat it like in a few hours. I was disappointed. Cause see, I like story and characters, so I never really was so interested in war stories. I like now. The only Call of Duty I've ever been interested in, the only reason I bought Call of Duty Modern Warfare in the first place, Part 2, because this girl I was dating at the time liked first-person shooters. This is when girls used to only play Call of Duty because it was cool. I don't know if y'all remember that. Like,
I remember that. I had
play Call of Duty.
That loved Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah, I'm just like... Exactly. I'm just like, she's like, I want to play that. I'm like, okay. I went and got it, but whatever. Forgot the point.
I tried to play it, and I looked really bad. I'm like, I'm just used to shit like Sonic, like I'm from a different time period. This Call of Duty stuff is just not my thing. Like, you have to have super fast reflexes. And she tried to argue that you have to have super fast reflexes while playing Sonic. I'm like, yeah, but it's a very different feel. Like, with Call of Duty, it feels like you're doing it with a camera. With Sonic, it feels like you're doing it with a character. So, it's, two different ways of playing. Like, I have to play Call of Duty a lot to get used to how that feels. And at the time, I was off of Call of Duty for years. So, how would I be able to, translate that? I didn't play it enough. I mean, the most I had out of that was just Dead Ops Arcade, because I didn't even like the way the regular Call of Duty felt. And that was a top-down shooter.
I've always liked swords more than guns.
Yeah.
I just always thought it was more skill would have to use swords, and that could be a katana or like your broadsword or whatever. Even kunais and stuff. Little. It just felt archery. It just felt like it's more a baby can use gun. Really. Not that I suggest that. So we're going no trouble. This is 2023. From orange dog to yellow man. It's still like that. Yeah. What's up, Brad?
Hey, how's it going, Brad, man? Welcome to the stream.
We just going down the wormhole. That's all. we just went down the wormhole. That's all.
Yeah, we're packing it tonight. Pac-Man. Favorite mascot of all time.
What was that? I sent you something about Crash Bandicoot. I mean, I never sent you nothing about Crash. I know how you feel about it, but it was something that was talking shit about it.
Yeah, no, I love that video. That video is a work of art. It's
what was it? I forgot what it was.
So damn true. It's true.
What was it again? I don't remember what it was.
I forget the name of the channel. It's like Mario is in the car with Luigi and Chief from Halo. They're driving down the street.
Oh yeah.
Bandicoot is homeless in the grass, and Mario's like, "Roll the windows up, roll the windows up." It's Crash Bandicoot. He's broke. He's gonna ask for money, and it's like he just came out with a remaster not too long ago. You have to remember the remasters don't hit as hard as the original.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember. That was good. Yeah, that was good. That wasn't good. When I seen that, so I got to send this to you.
And the funny part is, like, when he was going up to the car door, he did the fucking spin attack, and then he started knocking at the door. Knocking at the window over and over. And they were like, just stand still. Like, they were hoping that he wouldn't see. And then Chief was like being soft because he felt sorry for Crash Bandicoot. Mario proceeds to tell him. Like,
oh, that's right. That was the RDC boys. That was that's right. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same people that usually do those anime skits and stuff.
Yeah, that's RDC. That's it. Oh man. Them dudes is funny. I like the fact that they do, and this is that's what you, if you're a big channel, you can do that. I'm trying to sneaky link that shit. Like, I'm trying to sneak in, other topics sometimes a little bit, trying to be sneaky some kind of way. But what I'm getting at is they talk about sports. Like, they are huge when it comes to LeBron. Them LeBron skits, I know y'all probably have seen the RDC's LeBron skits. And then they talk about anime, and then they talk about games. They talk about rap. They talk about everything. And it just feels like, I missed the age. I came in 2016. I was supposed to start in 2014, but I didn't. I just didn't. I chose a different route, but I ended up back. But anyway, from what y'all told me, from y'all OG triple OG YouTubers, that's when it was like, the Wild Wild West, where you didn't have to have news on your channel, or it was open. You could have a variety channel, and kind of like people came, kind of like how Threads is now, where you're seeing, everybody's timeline, and it's kind of peaceful and it's creativity. The time I came on, it's like right when they had that, was it Jake or Logan, when they had that incident and that suicide bridge. Yeah. So that's when they took my little $10. I got my first little $10. I was excited. I said, "Ooh, I'm part of the partner program." And then they changed the rules. I was like, "What?" Took me forever to get into it took forever.
No, that hit hard, man. And like right now, I'm currently sitting at like $75 for like 3 weeks, not 3 weeks, but 3 months worth of pay, because I've barely been doing anything. But back then, I used to not be able to do something and collect a check. It's crazy how little they pay you now.
I will say this though, they get it. It's gotten better. It is opportunities, but the thing is, you gotta, like, how I'm able to survive is really not through that. It's through the book or in shirt shop that you're able to. It's hooked in the merchandise, doing affiliate marketing. Those are the other things that it's kind of like you gotta. This is why I get. I don't want to say upset, but not upset, but like how do I put it? I had a homie was just telling me this the other day. He's like, man, every time I come to your stream, man, your shit, man, you making me look bad. I'm like, bro, I'm not making you look bad. This is a hobby for you. I'm here in the paint. Like I'm really being for real about it. Like I'm taking this. Like you go get your black ass up and go to work every morning. I'm taking it serious as as a business because you can earn revenue through it as a business. Different channels, but it's work you gotta do to get to that, and it ain't for the faint of heart. But I was just like, bro, there's no need for you to feel that way. This ain't nothing for you. It's just you just streaming the streams, or just hanging out just to hang out. It's a whole different thing when you're doing it with some form of a goal or a monetization mind to it.
Yeah.
But you can make some money. It is possible, but it's you gotta look at it in the form of a business. That's just my own little spiel there.
For me, it's a different feeling. It started being less fun when I had to start looking at it as a business. When I stopped looking at YouTube as a priority, I realized that my passion for doing things on YouTube comes back. So, like, I need to just start looking at it like that a lot more, and then I can be more active.
You know what you need? An editor. That's what you need. You need to be able to say, I would love to get an editor one day too, so you can just focus on the creative part, and the editor just puts it out there for you and worries about it. You be like, I just want to make this parody. Yeah. I have so many ideas that are just written on pieces of paper, like, or just just on like docs. This is like a fun Pac-Man game, actually.
It's one of the best ones.
I'm just sitting here watching it. That's why I'm looking at it on my phone. But
yeah, it's a really cool game. I recommend it.
What's this? It's on Game Pass?
It's on everything.
Switch.
You can get it on Xbox, Nintendo Switch, you can get it on PS4. PS5,
Ooh. What about Game Boy,
Series
black and
X.
white?
You can get it on Game Boy Advance. It's on PS1.
Touche.
But I actually own it.
Touche.
And it's the exact same game across the board. I was
That's
surprised
what's up,
when they put it on Game Boy Advance. I'm like, they figured out how to do it.
I can tell you played this many a time, just how easy you just did that target. Break the target, that target part.
Just this game is actually pretty easy to play.
It's a pretty chill game.
Break the target.
I mean, I would trigger many. I prefer it over Crash Bandicoot. I actually used to like play this back in the day more than Crash.
I didn't
that was
mind
back
Crash,
then.
but I
That was
never
back then
played
when I
Crash.
liked Crash. So that's even fun.
When I met you, you still when I first met you, you still were a Crash fan. I think your video had just hit around that time. It wasn't too long after that, after the Crash days, after like you had those big Crash videos, and then I remember one day you just got tired. You just got tired, and you were like, "I'm done with it." And I remember I was going for a walk. I was looking at you on the phone, and you had like this rant. You sound just tired of Crash. That's it. And I'm not making no more videos of it. He's like, I think somebody tried to report you or something, said that was their stuff or something.
That is what happened. That was the last straw for me. Somebody, so there's a guy named David Siller, and he was one of the original people, the producer of the original Crash Bandicoot game. He had sent me some footage of a unused cutscene / animation of the first Crash Bandicoot game. I decided to take that once he gave it to me and apply voiceovers to it. Meanwhile, there was another guy who had also got permission from Dave Siller, and he also received the videotape from David Siller. But what he didn't know is that David Siller gave me a copy digitally, you know, not as a tape like he did the other guy. Because the other guy owned the tape, he thought I stole my video from him, and so he attacked me over it. And the reason why he attacked me over it is because the Crash fan base was complaining about how my video was bigger than his, and it had voiceovers on it, and they hated my voiceovers. They hated that it dominated that, and it had over 1 million views.
I remember that, yeah.
So the guy was pissed off about that, and I told him, like, I got permission for this. Can you, like, leave me alone? And so what does he do? He reports it, and the video gets taken down, and I received a strike over it. However, I was able to prove that I received it from David Siller by showing the email between me and David. So they removed the strike, and hey, Leon's online. Yeah, he removed the strike because I was able to prove it, and it was thanks to my friend Andreja, who helped me get the strike removed. So that is how it got removed, and they, unfortunately, I deleted the video at the time because I had never received a strike before, so I figured if I removed the video, the strike would leave, you know?
Yeah.
But I did that, and the strike didn't leave. So not only did I delete the video, and I had no idea that this could ever be undone until.
And then you didn't have the source files anymore, did you?
No, I still have the source file.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, I was like unmotivated to
Yeah.
upload it again because
Yeah, I feel
somebody
it.
already has the video up, and that video
you already went through
popularity
drama with
is
it.
long gone.
Yeah.
So there
Now I
was no
understand.
way of being able to make up for that, and I'm just like,
And it might not hit as hard as it did the last time. That's how it's so funny. It's really weird like that sometimes.
And I'm like, only the Crash Bandicoot fan base would have done something like this. I was so tired of them. I'm like, I'm tired of them. I'm tired of this franchise, like, not freaking doing things right and just falling back on nostalgia over and over again. I'm sick and tired of, like, Activision owning it because they're the very reasons why that franchise doesn't move on and stuff. And it's just like, I just realized that I like stuff better, you know, like other stuff I didn't touch for a long time, like Resident Evil and Tomb Raider. Like, these are much deeper, more engaging.
You went real hard in the paint back with that dude Sonic.
Yeah. Like, and the thing is, I think the part where I just really realized that I was done is I make all the excuses up in the world for why a Sonic game can still be enjoyable. And a lot of Sonic games are very similar to one another, you know? As with Mario, and I could relentlessly play those. But with Crash, I just can't stand going back to the old game. I think that was kind of like a sign. I'm not as much of a fan as I thought I was, you know? So I just decided to move on from that. Like, I've revisited every now and then, but it isn't a prioritized franchise to me. Like, how I play Pac-Man almost every day. I wake up in the morning, my very first thing is I fire up the Maze game on main, and I play Miss Pac-Man. Then I do everything else. It almost feels like a routine, like brushing your teeth. I turn on the computer, play some Miss Pac-Man.
Let's pack.
I play till I game over. Shut it off. Then I go and do everything else, like brush my teeth and take a shower. That's just how I always do things with it. I just love that game so much. It's my favorite video game of all time.
I feel you.
And then that new love for Resident Evil has just got me. It also doesn't help that the modding community mods it a lot. So, you know, me with my strange taste love to mod the women. And so that's another reason to go back to the game, because I get to play them with a new visual appearance. So it's always fun to get to go back to RE and look at new visuals.
I was seeing a picture of 2B, and I said I just wanted to play it just to see her butt again, to be honest with you. Because she's actually a baddie. She's actually like a real baddie. That was it.
She's actually voiced by my friend.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, her name is Kira Buckland. It was the pink-haired girl in the picture that I took on Facebook.
You know what I missed? I missed the Anime Expo this year, and a whole bunch of my favorite people went. I was like, now when I went last year, people went, but it wasn't a whole bunch of like influencers and other people that were going in, and I'm just like, of course, I want to try to get to this TwitchCon this year. I don't. It's in Vegas. I also want to see that new sphere that's in Vegas. The MSG sphere.
MSG sphere?
You haven't seen it or heard of it?
No.
It's like 366 feet by 588 feet, and it's in Vegas. It's the world's largest wraparound LED screen, and they had the fireworks. Basically, it looks like half of the Blitzball thing. Like it's pretty fucking cool. Like if you look it up, it's pretty cool. And somebody put, I don't know if it's true, they put a smash ball on it. I don't know if that was real, but they did have the basketball, so they're gonna host sporting events and concerts and stuff there. It opens on September the 29th.
September 29th?
Yes, sir. This year.
You know, this game had a very unique way of doing Pac-Man in 3D. They could have just took the Mario 64 route, but they went with something much simpler and albeit more effective for Pac-Man. Because if you're used to like the maze feel, these levels can feel kind of like mazy in a 2.5D type of way. I always liked it when games did it in a way completely different from Mario 64.
Yeah.
They feel less like rip-offs and just stuff trying to do their very own type of 3D.
I agree. That's why I wasn't a big fan of Donkey Kong Country. Yeah. Not Donkey Kong Country, but Donkey Kong 64. And I know that's not a popular opinion, but I prefer Donkey Kong Country over Donkey Kong 64.
I'm the same way with that. I wanted Donkey Kong Country 64. Like, you know, I wanted it to just be 3D graphics and stuff, but with 2.5D gameplay similar to Country Returns. But when it came out, it was just another freaking 3D
Mario,
game, like Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, and like that's why I mentioned it, because it was like you said, it was like Mario ripoff, basically.
Yeah, it's just like, man, I'm so sick and tired of these.
You actually made me think of I don't mean to cut you off. You made me think about a very valid point you mentioned a while ago, and you said Odyssey didn't really revolutionize anything. It didn't really do anything extra that made it like it's a good game, but. And I had already played and I really enjoyed it. But after you had said it, I thought about it. I said he's right. It didn't really do anything to reinvent the wheel like Sunshine did. Sunshine was the first Mario game we didn't have to do anything. We couldn't fight with Mario anymore or like just jump. Like it was a whole different way to play with Flood. And just the mechanics that they used on the GameCube were completely different. It just felt like the only thing I will say with the Odyssey had though that LED part where you could it turns them to regular from like 3D Mario to 8-bit Mario.
That was a unique mechanic, but it didn't.
Yeah, it was it.
It wasn't a game prioritization. If it was, that would have been one of the most unique Mario games. You know, my issue with Odyssey overall is it's just very hard to not view it in the same light as something like Sonic Generations, because that game is very celebratory for like its concept. It's almost like an anniversary game, even though it didn't even come out during an anniversary. And
you're right,
because it has a lot of nostalgic things going on with it. And not only that, but it breaks a lot of promises too, which makes me like very ignorant towards it. Like, for example, the creator of Mario Odyssey is I think the same man behind the Mario Land series. And his idea was to make a Mario game for the Game Boy. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But he wanted it to be canon to the Mario universe, and there was no way for that to be possible because Miyamoto envisioned Mario as a man from New York who was isekai to the Mushroom Kingdom, like him and his twin brother. There's no possible way that Mario could live in like Sarasland or whatever it's called and have a mansion and be rich, full of coins, and be in a relationship with Daisy when the dude is over here doing all this stuff for Princess Peach in a completely different area and has a brother. He doesn't even have a brother in Mario Land. It felt like a completely different continuity, to the point where Miyamoto, and we already know he's the original creator, just outright said that Mario Land was not canon.
Well, that's isn't that why they did the direction that they did with the movie? Because that was more like Mario Land than I actually like that movie. A lot of people hate it. I liked it, old movie.
Here's the thing about the movie. The movie shares a lot in common with the original lore of Super Mario Brothers. Them going into the warp drain and stuff, with the original backstory being isekai'd into the Mushroom Kingdom, all of that is faithful to the original story. Albeit some changes. Some like them more than others. Like, for me, I personally don't like the change in Princess Peach's personality. I feel like she acts a bit more Daisy-ish than she should. But that's just me, you know. In terms of the story and stuff, I still felt like it was very faithful to the original vision of Super Mario Bros. And that's what I liked about it. The thing is, it's very strange because the series itself fails so hard at conveying that point because of Yoshiaki Koizumi. I think that's his name. This dude is everything that Miyamoto hates about Mario. All the ideas that he had to like change it into a more family-oriented franchise, saying that Mario is a mushroom species. Pretty much all of his ideas were things that Miyamoto was against, and whenever Miyamoto would make a Mario game, he tried to make it slightly more realistic so it wouldn't have that cartoony feel. Like, for example, look at Mario Sunshine, right? Mario Sunshine does not feature a single silly looking cloud face or bushes with eyes or anything like that, because he wanted to create a more semi-realistic looking world. But every time Koizumi creates a Mario game, he keeps all those features of clouded eyes, hills have eyes, you know, bushes with smiles and stuff. Yeah, the kiddie stuff. And he keeps it that way. He doesn't want it to like differentiate at all. Which was very strange because when he created Odyssey, his idea was to go against the typical kiddie look of that. And so it had some people like bend their head sideways like, huh? You want to make a Mario game that's so weird and out of the ordinary, and you have the opportunity to go, oh, we're gonna make an origin story of Mario going home back to, you know, New York City or New Donk or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And
they never explain that in the game, by the way.
Yeah, it's never explained because it's a sore mess. The creator doesn't know Mario.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's
it
not.
completely flew over his head. He's just like,
Yeah.
my idea is to have Mario just be this sociopath who is only saving the princess because he wants her ass. Like, Bowser kidnaps her in the game because he wants her, and Mario's trying to save her because he wants to marry her.
Yeah.
It has like it's completely like, it's counterintuitive to everything the Mario franchise represents. It's basically like the rumor that fans spread. It makes common
Well,
sense.
you know my theory.
Yeah.
You already know my theory. For those of you that don't know my theory, Bowser and Peach been humping for a while. And Mario was the third wheel, and he been fucking with them shrooms. So he out here blitzed and don't realize that he's the third wheel. It's no way she ain't being captured. Every time you look up, this woman been captured more years than she alive. Are you kidding? Like every week she captured. She up in this dude house.
And
Seriously?
she can do shit herself too. That's what makes it even
Look.
worse. Like, she got a new game coming. With just
Who is? If you really break it down, who she really? When you think about Peach as a modern woman. Let's take it to this level here. Bowser has a castle. He has coinage. He has a whole damn army and an airship. Mario is a fat plumber that lives with his brother. He wears overalls, smokes shrooms, and he deals with shit all day.
I mean, that's the reality.
I'm just saying. Just, you know.
The thing
No
is,
one in
like,
trouble.
with the way I always viewed it is, you know, my eyes towards the Mario series is just Super Mario Brothers Super Show. I know people don't like that show very much,
I like it.
but that's how I envisioned Mario, because that's how Mario was promoted, and
That's how he was introduced to our generation.
Like, I never looked at it as like Mario or Luigi having like a romantic interest in this princess like that. They just have this. Yeah, they just have this distinct, you know, passion to like save it because of their morals.
I know
like,
what the passion is.
and
It starts with the.
it's like they probably just love the feel of getting kissed on the cheek when they save them. You know, they feel like heroes, and they both were originally losers. So to see them saving an entire kingdom just makes them feel mighty. You know what I mean? And the princess seems to really take a liking to these two brothers, but the fan base never look at Luigi as like anything important, so they only look at like, why does Mario save the princess? They forget that other guy is right there doing the same thing, and
he was there. He was there originally. He was there on the first game in '85 with him. Well, the first one that they released for the NES.
I mean, people tend to forget it's not just Super Mario; it's Super Mario Brothers. Like,
yes,
they were both important. It's like the Snow Brothers, for example, like how they're important. I know people don't know who Snow Brothers are nowadays. I recommend you look it up. It's another arcade game where you play as twin brothers in overalls. Except with Snow Brothers, you roll up a ball and you throw it, similar to Bubble Bobble.
I think I remember them.
Yeah,
you said Bubble Bobble, that made me think. Yeah.
Yeah, they also save princesses, so it feels very similar to Mario in that regard.
Did you ever play that game Boy and the Blob?
Boy and the Blob?
For NES?
No, I don't.
There was a little boy and he had a blob and he would feed it jelly beans and it would do different things.
No, I never got to play that.
If you ever get it, that's a game you should stream. Boy and the Blob.
Can you send that to me in private so I can like try to?
Yeah, I'll do it right now. Boy and the Blob. It was good.
I mean, the only thing Blob related that I played is the Ooze for Sega Genesis.
I know I'm a talker.
But that game is extremely weird.
They did a new remake for it too for the Switch.
Yeah, I'm definitely have to check it out.
Yeah, it's worth playing. It's cool. I mean, it's of course dated. it was like in the 90s,
Look, it's
and late
dated,
80s,
but
early
so
90s.
am I.
Well, yeah, it's 1989 by Absolute Entertainment.
Okay, right when I was born. Perfect.
Let me see, I'm about to send it to you.
I hear that year, I'm like, that's the year I drew breath on, so it's perfect. It's perfect for me to play. It's definitely.
Boom, there you go. I sent it to you.
No, the greatest point, like the greatest thing about like being born when I was born is, even though you weren't born like directly in the heart of the 80s, you still got to experience a lot of that 80s because a lot of that 80s came on TV still, and
Yeah, that's
it
true.
also, you know, the consoles were still around because it's like, you know how it is when a new generation of games come and you still playing the previous gen,
Oh,
even though it's
yeah.
like years old. It was like that. Like my older brother just still had like an NES and stuff despite having
Yeah.
Super Nintendo, so I still got to play those games.
I didn't get a Super Nintendo until 1993.
Yeah.
So, like, my birthday for 1993. So it was out, what, damn near almost going on 3 years. So, and then when I got it, I only got one game. It was 60 bucks at the time. It was still 60, well, 70 now. But it was Buster Bunny Bust Loose. Tiny Toon Adventures Buster Bunny Bust Loose. And then I had to wait for the rebate. This goes back to get Mario All-Stars that came with it.
Oh yeah, I remember
But
that.
it wasn't the good Mario All-Stars with Mario World. So I never got Mario
That one
World
didn't come until
way
later, didn't it? It's like
No, that one
came
came
out like 95 because
I thought that came together. I thought they came with it at one
it
time.
did. They started packaging it with the Super Nintendo, but when the game first came out, they weren't packaging it.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe. Well,
And it
I
didn't
guess I got the right
include
one.
World. Yeah. Because I remember that too. I'm like, as a kid, just wondering why Luigi's sprites look different. This was before I even knew what the word sprite was, you know? But I'm like, why does he look different in this? It's the same game, but he looks different. It's because they used his completed sprites. In the original Super Mario World, his sprites weren't finished, so they just used Mario's instead.
Yeah, like they did. I'm looking at it right now on Wikipedia. You're right. You know, I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah, that's when they really. Yeah, that's right. Cause see, and on 2 is around the time. That's crazy. Cause they didn't. Cause he was already goofy looking now.
Yeah. Like he jumped different from Mario. Like instead of like having one arm up in the air, he would just have both of his fists like balled up when he jumps. Like, I just remember the differences in their sprites. Much taller head.
Yeah.
It was cool.
His expression was better. His body, he looked, his what it was is his head was longer, and his head was longer. The Mario's head was, or the other one's head was, did look just like Mario.
Yeah, it was just the same sprite,
just green,
but colored green and purple. That's it.
Mario's come a long way. Mario RPG is still my favorite. Oh, I was telling somebody that I was playing
That
Mario
game
Kart
was
earlier.
aesthetically my favorite. Like,
don't be
visually, I love
surprised
it.
if they add some extra stuff into the game and make like the person that Gino was talking to that sent him on this mission was Rosalina. Because that would fit in, right? That would fit in. That's something I remember. I was talking about doing like a little fan service game about that, because and this have it starring Gino, because he was her best warrior, and he talked about like a goddess or somebody. And this is way before Nintendo stole Elsa from Pixar. Because you ain't gonna tell me that I like Rosalina, but Rosalina is just, if she's Elsa with a bang over her eyes.
Yeah, she is. I'm not even going to deny that.
Exactly. I had to meet the figures. I was looking at. I was like, oh my. That's basically her.
I think it's the best thing like about Mario is when the 3D era came, there's a lot to compare with Sonic on. Because they were both extremely innovative during that era, you know, but they did things in their different way, and they both weren't always successful at it. Like, the thing that you will constantly hear out of the 3D Mario games is that the less innovative and the least like remembered is Mario Sunshine, and I hate that because Mario Sunshine to me is the best one.
Yeah, I like
You know what
Mario
I mean?
Sunshine.
Like,
Wow.
they always say, oh, that one's not as innovative as Mario 64 was. I'm like, in what way? I mean, the Flood adds a whole new dimension to the gameplay.
I like Mario. I will have to agree with it that it wasn't, and mainly because we had to have Mario 64 before we had Mario Sunshine. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to say Kobe's the best when Kobe got what he got from Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel about it. I like Mario Sunshine more. It still to this day has some of the best water I've ever seen. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, I hated Mario Sunshine at first because I couldn't punch or kick like I did on 64.
Like in Mario 64.
But when I start playing around with it and being able to go and use Flood in different ways, and the bosses were different, and the story was the same, but it was Bowser Jr. And that was his debut, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was his debut. Yeah, that was his debut.
That was the big
It was
twist,
fun.
though.
I actually really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
One, the princess doesn't get kidnapped like straight away. I really like that part. And the person who ultimately ends up kidnapping her has nothing to do with Bowser from a moral standpoint. Like, it's just Bowser Jr. doing it. Like, Bowser wasn't even interested.
Wasn't he doing it for his dad? Because he doing it for his dad because he got tired of him, like, longing for or something like that?
Yeah. He got tired of him, like, complaining about, like, wanting Peach, and so he's just like, I'm gonna do it myself.
Let me go get this
so
girl. Yeah,
this idea is already like 50 times smarter than Bowser's. Like, he decides to impersonate Mario, set him up so the moment he shows up, he's immediately out of the picture. Like, Bowser Jr. is smarter than Bowser.
Yes.
It's almost
I really
scary.
want to see.
Like,
I really want to see. I would like them to do a Mario, and I would like them to do a Mario cartoon again, where they can introduce these different characters. Because you know what, we had when I was racing with Team Red once, they did this. I weaseled in and got it through this way. It was princesses only, right? The race, and I wanted to be different, so I was like, I'm going with Wendy. He's like, Wendy? I was like, yeah, she's the first princess. I said, she's the first lady of Koopa. She's a princess. That's King Koopa. Bowser's the king of the Koopas. She's a princess. And he's like, yeah, technically you're right. And I was like, yeah, she's a princess. I want to see Wendy. Wendy had personality even in the cartoon and her debut, which was
I remember her original name. A lot of people don't even remember it.
I forgot. I think you what is it again? You told us.
It's Cootie Pie.
Oh, that's right. Cootie Pie.
Like, because they got named in America before they got named in Japan, and that resulted in them having completely different names about time Japan named those characters.
Cootie Pie.
So they had like Cootie Pie, Big Mouth, and all the rest of them. And I kind of like those names better.
I would say I got used to Wendy now. I can't go back.
I mean, like, it's just kind of odd. Like, you know, like, Bowser has like such a, you know, weird name. Like, he was King Koopa for the majority of that time. So everyone just had like a very strange name to work with. And that's why I like this so much. Wendy is just like a common female name.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like,
I call her Wendaya because she got them lips, so that's what I call her Wendaya.
Nonetheless, I like the way the cartoon just depicts the characters, because you got to see like how they had a layer of like evil to them. They were each evil in their own unique way. Like with Wendy, she didn't really showcase that much of being evil outside of being a spoiled brat.
That's evil in itself.
Yeah, it's evil within itself. That's the funny part about it, because it's like she'll always complain when she can't get what she wants, but she's happy when she gets what she wants. She's just spoiled. And like Bowser being an evil person, it's funny how he just immediately caves into like doing all that. But I think the most strangest thing
that was his only daughter too.
Yeah. I think the strangest thing is just what Nintendo said officially about the Koopalings. They claim that the Koopalings are not Bowser's children.
Really?
And I'm just like, yeah, that's a modern thing that they've been claiming. I'm like,
canon? What?
Yeah, I'm like, but they are.
Oh, I don't like the change.
Yeah, that's Koizumi who said that, and it's just like, but Miyamoto inexplicably states that that's his children. Like, you can't just go back to that.
I guess now because they got Bowser Jr.
Yeah, like
that's why.
Bowser Jr. And I'm sorry, the only way that would make sense
just be the
is that, like,
he should
Bowser
just be the
and King
old
Koopa are not the same person.
But do you see why sometimes, and not you specifically, but you know why I always talk about story and people get on me a lot of times. Well, you always want to talk. If not every game has to be, or everything has to be story. That's true. But when you put just a little bit of effort in a backstory, then you know you don't have to worry about this. It makes your universe seem better. But Bowser Jr. could just be the oldest one. He's obviously looks just like Bowser. He's obviously the one that looks more like Bowser. Him and Wendy look more like Bowser than any of them. Like, seriously. So he obviously would be the older brother who just was like on a mission or something when they were doing all this stuff, because he's the only one called Junior.
Yeah. He's the one called Junior, so you would just think naturally he's the oldest Koopa.
Yeah, it's been since in the games following the release of the new Super Mario Brothers for Wii. See, this Wii stuff, the Koopalings have appeared as Bowser's minions, with Shigeru Miyamoto stating in 2012, our current he don't sound like he says he liked it that. Our current story is that the 7 Koopalings are not Bowser's children, unquote.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that was a decision made by Koizumi. That's
like, nasty.
Yeah, he retconned it to say that they were not his children, even though Miyamoto originally wrote that.
Now, see, if I was to have a listen to this. This was how my little idea was anyway for Mario RPG 2. We already talked about it. It was going to be Gino's story basically, but the Koopalings because the whole thing I was going to do was like a clone caper, where Waluigi, there's some kind of experiment that made Waluigi. You know, Waluigi's one of them weird characters. He has no backstory. He just appeared on tennis, and now he's here on a Wiggler on Mario Kart. But some kind of experiment where it was like the hate of Luigi, like his jealousy of Mario. And that created, and he created like a thing. But when I was just thinking about that was the original idea I had. It was gonna be like Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario RPG 2, clone capers. Those have different characters, and Wario was gonna be a character, and you go through different worlds and stuff. But now, when you were talking about that, I was just thinking that would be a story to have, like if they did do a Mario RPG 2, to have the Koopalings and they kind of like fighting over some kind of dispute, like they were doing something to frame Bowser or something, and Bowser Jr. because they were mad that they something, you know what I mean, something in that along them lines. I was cooking. Thank you for letting me cook. I appreciate that.
No problem, man. But yeah, anyways, I was saying like that part came off as weird to me. Another thing is, for a while they were trying to push the Mario as a mushroom species type thing as well, saying that like, oh no, Mario's originally from the Mushroom Kingdom. He's a mushroom species. It's like, but that doesn't make sense. He eats mushrooms. Like, and not only that, but it's stated for years that he's an Italian plumber. So when you say that, it just makes you look weird. It's like saying like the Toads are genderless and then coming out with Toadette. It's like, huh? Like, what? So is Toadette just a toad that just prefers to look like a female because they're genderless anyway. So why would they even want to look like a gender? There's no dude version. But by making Toadette, you're stating that all toads are men, which makes no sense because there's a
Well,
female.
unless they trying to do a Smurfette type thing.
Yeah, that's what it feels like Koizumi was doing. But this is just my example of like how he would take works from Miyamoto and flip them to ways that they didn't make sense. Like for example, with the world of like the Yoshi stories and all that stuff, right? His idea for Yoshi's Island was that he wanted to tie those events to the original Super Mario Brothers, saying like Mario and Luigi have actually visited that dinosaur island before as children when they got sucked down a warp drain as babies. They got
Oh yeah,
isekai.
I never liked that either.
And the Yoshis,
I didn't like that either.
yeah, the Yoshis are what returned those babies to where they rightfully belong. Like this was manually stated, so it can't really be argued against. But Koizumi turns around and just says like, nope, they were just born in that specific area. So you're saying they're born on Dinosaur Island? This is stupid, dude. Like,
Well, who are that? Yeah, who are their parents?
they're Italian plumbers.
Yeah.
You're not making sense. And the last but not least, the biggest, the most greatest pet peeve to me, story-wise, is Koizumi trying to put land elements in Super Mario Brothers, even though Miyamoto stated that land is not canon. And you see a glimpse of this in Mario Odyssey. Like, there's things from land that appear in that game.
Land, like Land?
Yeah, Land. Super Mario Land series.
Oh, okay, yeah. When you said land,
Like,
I'm thinking of
for
like
example,
terrain.
You have the
Okay,
desert
yeah,
area.
yeah.
You're able to ride the lion from Super Mario Land.
Mhm.
And I'm just
Yeah, I
like,
knew that.
okay, well, that thing is from land. And not only that, but there's other things too. Like, Miyamoto has stated that the regular Donkey Kong series is a different series from Super Mario Brothers. Like, for example, in the Donkey Kong series, Mario does not have a brother, is a carpenter, and he's in a relationship with, what's her name?
Pauline, yeah.
But Koizumi redid that game as Mario vs. Donkey Kong and said that they were friends instead of in a relationship, and it's like, huh? Why do you keep trying to change Miyamoto's concepts? And then he uses the Donkey Kong Country Donkey Kong instead of the original
You
Donkey
know what that bad.
So it further adds to that level of complications. Like, I'm not trying to nitpick, but I can see why these two like butt heads all the time. It's
Especially when you made it.
yeah, like you made
If
it,
you
and
made
some
it.
other guy just shows up and he's just like, I want it to be a more child-friendly, because he was inspired by Popeye when he originally made the Donkey Kong game. You know, it was supposed to be a Popeye game. And it has a lot in common with it, you know. Guy saves a girl from bigger brute character.
Yeah.
Like, it has that in common with it. And
Now, you know what I really did like? Now see, this is what I was saying about good story writing. And this was simple. By making the 1980s Donkey Kong, remember when they did it for Donkey Kong Country?
Yep.
That was the one that was going up against Mario or going up against them with the barrels against Pauline. And the new Donkey Kong, that was his grandson. So that's why they used to just call him Gramps. Because that's why he was going back to the, back in my day kind of thing.
yeah, that's what I loved about that game. Because it's like a great way to just throw back the good old days. Back in the day with this. And it was relatable because it's such an old arcade game at the time, you know. So it was a perfect joke. And Koizumi shows up and he starts ruining things in ways that don't really make sense. He even did it for the Donkey Kong Country series. another pet peeve, and this change was created by him, is Tiny Kong all of a sudden looking older than Dixie for absolutely no reason.
I don't like
Everyone
Tiny. I'm
has-
sorry.
Everyone's just
I don't-
like,
I just
oh,
don't-
it's a growth spurt. Like, no, it just doesn't make sense. Like, this character was way smaller.
And her whole thing is she's tiny.
Yeah, she's
Her whole
supposed to be
thing is
tiny.
that she's tiny.
What is tiny about her in those games made by Poison? Nothing. Oh, where's the Discord? I want to stop by real quick. Geek, you think you could slide Chariot a link?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really weird shit with that, bro. I'm just like, man, it's just hella weird, man. But it's still great to see Mario coming out with all these games, like for all these years. It's just like, but I'm an OG when it comes to like Mario, man. I'm one of the only people who even care about the story, because yeah, while it's,
I do too, and that's why I'm just like, I wish they did more.
yeah, like,
I
a
didn't
story
know all
can be
this.
simple and still not suck. You get what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Yeah, like that's why I like Super Mario Brothers U so much, because finally they just pushed that whole princess saving thing away and came up with a new story. And I'm like, finally. And it looks like the new game is doing the same thing, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which I have a whole library of conversations to talk about when it comes to that game.
You know what? Okay, see, I don't know what the story is, but it looks good.
No, it looks good, but it's another lore destroyer, and that kind of bugs me. Because Daisy is a playable character in it, and once again, going back to, you know, Land not being canon to the original Super Mario Brothers storyline, you're now implementing a Land character into it after you just kind of did that with Odyssey.
I just sent you the link,
Yeah,
Cherry.
they're just like, they're intersecting
On
the
Twitter.
worlds now. Like, you can no longer say that,
Twitter.
that they're all separate like that. It's weird.
See, I don't like. See, for me, I don't mind, and I know this is a slippery slope, especially when
it
you're
might
going.
be it might be a 3-person thing. You might not be able to hop in. Let me go in
Okay.
those settings real quick and change it to 4. Okay, let me edit this channel. How do you change it to where? Because I think there's a user limit in here, and they kind of changed the way it worked. So I'm trying to figure out how to invite more people. Okay, that's to create invite, open chat, edit channel. It has to be an edit channel, but I don't remember. Okay, there's a user limit, but it's turned down right now. So does that mean that more people can hop in? I don't know. Let me see. Permissions. There's no number that's next to it. So
Yeah,
I
I
think you
don't
could just
see
hop
it.
right in.
Yeah. Oh, he said he sees it.
Okay, well, try to hop in when you can, then.
What's the sleep party?
Huh?
You got the sleep party. I said, what's the sleep party?
Sleep party. That's just for people who fall asleep in calls.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we kind of have that problem with some people. So I'm just like,
So, do you just move up? Do you just move them there?
yeah, I just moved them there.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's actually pretty fun. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
We're
for
in
the
the
people who like
streaming
to
one.
fall asleep in calls and stuff.
I got both fans on, bro.
Which
It's
one you
kinda
guys
cool.
are in? We're in the streaming.
Cherry, and I ain't talked to the
That's
homie
not
Cherry
there,
voice in a minute.
I don't see a limit on.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact,
on,
let me stop lying. I just sent him a voice message about them damn Lakers not too long ago. What was I doing? Oh yeah.
Still, the game looks fun to me. I'm definitely gonna get that game when it comes out.
What Wonder?
Yeah, Wonder, because you know somebody's gonna upload that shit. You know, I'm gonna be one of the first people to get it.
I really like the animation. I really dig the animation on it.
The animation kind of pisses me off because of how good it is. Like,
Yeah.
they should have looked like that years ago. Like all
Yeah.
the new Super Mario Brothers games, the thing I always complained about is people talk about how bad like Sonic 4 Episode 1 looks with like the animation running. The one thing you gotta give Sonic is his 2D games have a great attention to detail. Like the animations and stuff, the way the character looks when he's mad and stuff, they've always had that down pat. But Mario had like no flair for years. The only games that did were the 2D ones. When they took the 2.5D approach with Mario, it just looked so lifeless and just forced to a 2D plane. The games were still fun, it's just they had no personality, you know? And then you get this game and you look at it and it's so full of life. Like every animation Mario and the gang does looks like there was a budget behind it. It wasn't just a game put together in a level editor.
It's not just another Mario.
Yeah, it's not just another
That's
Mario.
like I don't like the fact that they changed that story of Mario on a Mario multiplayer game. That's not even a canon fucking Mario game. That's not Mario Galaxy or Sunshine or even Odyssey. That was like the whole change with the Koopalings happened on Mario the Wii game. That's
it
stupid.
happened on the freaking new Super Mario Brothers for Wii. Yeah,
that's stupid.
That Koizumi ass game that Miyamoto had nothing to do with. Like, it pisses me off in a way. Like, because it's just not respecting anything he does, and that dude Koizumi is just responsible for changing everything. Like, for example, he made the story of Odyssey suck. Odyssey is such an epic adventure when you play it, but that story is really bad.
When you said it again, I was sitting there thinking, was there a story? And it really wasn't.
That's because the story is just Bowser wants to kidnap the princess to force her into marriage. Mario wants to save the princess
Yeah,
so
I
he
forgot
can force
about
her
that. Yeah,
into marriage. And I'll say that again. Mario wants to save the princess so he can force her into marriage.
Well,
that does not sound like Mario.
Well, see, my thing was, honestly, I always thought that Mario was doing it because, like, what any heterosexual male does for a woman, he's going. I was talking to this girl, and she says that, well, what did God? I said, yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Most of us as men, heterosexual men that like women, we don't not. I'm not talking about sex in return. I'm talking about if we're giving you attention, we're gonna want some kind of attention, something back. Nobody's gonna just be giving. I'm not about to sit here and listen to you yap on and talk, and I'm your friend. What the fuck? Nah, sis, you tripping. The only dudes doing that is somebody that ain't. This is where the coin simp came from a long time, or a sucker. Or being sprung,
Wait, he says he doesn't see the tab called streaming? Huh? But it's right there. Okay, Chariot, if you hop into general, I'll pull you down to streaming.
Chariot, it's Chariot.
So, do you at least see the one under voice channels that say general? Hop in there and I'll pull you down to streaming.
I'm my homeboy Stefano, so I would always do his name like Stefano.
He sees general and spoiler talk. Yeah, hop into general. I will pull you down to the streaming tab. Since you can't
you do have it locked. You got the streaming locked though. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was trying to figure out how to unlock it.
Oh yeah, because you got it limited. Yeah.
Like how to change the limit. Discord freaking changed, so I don't remember how to do it. It says there's no limit when I look at it. So
it said on my end it says limited.
Yeah, you can see right here it says user limit, and it's like toned down to no limit.
Well, it says you can add members or roles, so under your channel permissions, like maybe you can add through there.
private channel, add. I don't think that has a thing.
I don't think that has to do with it. Oh yeah, here's the. Yeah, you got it under no limit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's set to no limit, so I feel
Yeah.
like
Okay. Yes, no limit.
this is a glitch or something. So if he just hops in general, I could just pull him down to where we are.
I'm a no limit soldier. I'm gonna keep
So,
it by.
yeah, I need Chariot to hop into general, and then I can just pull him down.
In
This
body.
is clearly glitched. I don't know how to like
Now one to the one.
to change
two
that.
to the
It's very
I-
weird.
you
I
know
don't
who-
want to take away from the game that Stan is playing because that's the game that's supposed to be showing off.
You can like roll with me.
Did he hop in there yet? Or
I
is
haven't.
still,
Oh, there he is.
not
He's
in?
in there. He's in there. He's just in there. I seen him.
All right, let me pull him down real quick.
Chariot. Oh,
There we go.
shit, that's- Yo.
Okay, you in now?
You sound black as shit when you said. You know how something. You know how when you were a little kid or something, little black kid, you said, "Oh, you in now." Oh man.
I don't hear him though. What's going on with that?
You might have to check. You might have to check your settings because that happens to me a lot too. So you might have
Yeah,
to check.
check your settings so you can fix your mic, man.
Chariot. Who's got the? What little dark skinned waifu is that?
Dark skin waifu?
Yeah, somebody. Is that your icon or is that Stan's?
Oh, that's mine.
Who that? I like who that?
No, it's just a dark skinned version of Lum from Urusei Yatsura.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
She's normally got white skin, but someone drew her with a tan, and I just thought it looked cute, so I made it.
It did. That's what I said. Who that little dark skin?
It's a classic anime. It's really funny. It's
I-
from Rumiko Takahashi, the person that made Inuyasha. And I know you've at least seen Inuyasha once in your life. So.
Of course, yeah. Of course, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's when the same person made it.
if I'm making a show with RPGs that's like Toonami, you know damn well I've seen. You know what those little things, those skits? I wish I could have thought of those where they said being a kid in the late 90s, 2000s this is what happened at 2 a.m. and you look at the TV and it be Inuyasha. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. He ain't saying nothing. Hold on. Because I don't see any sort of mute next to his thing or nothing.
He had a
He's
mute next to
completely
his.
Huh?
Well, he's on his phone. He had a mute.
He's not muted. So
Well, no, it was for a second.
it was for a second, but he's not anymore, right?
No, he's not no more.
Wait, now he's muted.
Yeah, now he's muted.
I think he did that by himself, though. I didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think he did it by himself the first time. Well, I like my little profile. That's a little handsome bald-headed Negro right there. If you can't hype up yourself, who can you hype up?
What? I gotta throw this phone on the charger. I know I usually look at it to read the chat.
I got you.
But
I got you. I got it open.
yeah, I got only 39% battery, and my phone is a quick battery drainer because it's one of those free phones. So
Oh. You know what I'm about to switch to? Why wait till you come back before I say that?
I really love the music in this Pac-Man game, man. It's so good. This might be one of the last days. This might
Hello?
be one of the last days I could stream in this quality.
Why? What happened?
I didn't pay
what's
for
gonna
it.
happen?
I didn't pay for it. It gave me too many problems when I paid for it.
What, pay for what? your stream server.
Yeah, XSplit with like 1080, 60 FPS. It was great to get that quality, but the issue is the way they were trying to charge me for shit I didn't even pay for. That's why I didn't like it.
I forgot you was paying for XSplit. I've never used XSplit.
Like it was fun until they were trying to get me every month for shit I didn't ask for.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, like just give me what I paid for. Stop trying to charge me for things I didn't sign up for.
Sound like you take your car to Midas or somewhere. You be like, I came for a tune-up. I didn't come for a whole new transmission or a new muffler.
To make matters worse with that, they were also like getting me locked out of my card because it's an international purchase. My card is like restricted to the United States, so they have to remove the restrictions on it. And
you gonna have to move it. You got to move it back down.
Yeah, before that, it'll just lock me out of my own card when I try to make the purchase. And the website for my card is glitching, so I have to call on the phone to get them to remove the restriction. Like
Did you hear me? Vic, you got to move him back, Chariot back down to the.
All right,
yeah.
Can you do that right now?
Boom.
Okay, Chariot.
Oh, there it is.
Good, man.
Okay, y'all can hear me now. Finally.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep. What's good, bro? What's good?
Not much. This has been a mess. I'm just relaxing here.
Okay.
Not much. And this has not been a good day. Not been a good day at all. You know.
I'm sorry to hear it.
What's the matter? Can you talk
I'm
about it?
I'm angry. I'm just relaxing in the dark right now. Literally in my room in the dark,
that's
laying
right,
there watching,
right.
drinking iced tea. Got my iced tea here, and I'm angry. I'm just pissed off. It's not one of those. I don't want to bring that burner here in your stream. It's just mad because I had a good stream going on. There's some idiots over here, you know. And New York is a mess. This city's a piece of goddamn shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, how's the weather in LA right now? What's going on with you guys?
It's kind of hot.
Yeah, I got two fans.
It's starting to. Yeah, I got both of my fans on too. It's not as bad as it can be, but it was pretty hot earlier.
I mean, you know, I know y'all talk about the games. It's good that you're chopping it up with some games and all that.
Yeah.
Because it's like 3 in the morning. It's like 3:49 in the morning. These people are still working out here. These damn they're still working out here in my area. Because I was streaming something, and it was going good, and everything's going good, and my thing cuts off.
Oh.
It cuts off because some idiots that don't know some idiots that don't know how to freaking work. You need to hire American, you know, no disrespect to anybody else. You need to hire the American workers to work the damn construction things. Whatever they was doing, they hired people that don't know what the hell they're doing. They ain't from here, and then they cut off all the power. You know, and then he hit a wire, and it was 2-3 explosions.
Damn. I'm not laughing at you, Chariot, at all. I'm laughing with how you said what you're saying. I'm not laughing. Yeah. You when they say keeping it real, Chariot is like, you know what? Hold on, let me tell you how I feel.
I'm curious. Explosions? What the hell?
No, like the manhole exploded, like the manhole. You know, the manhole. Like, you know, like the sewers, you know, like the turtles and all that. Cut the shut off the water and everything. Imagine that part. God, man. Yeah. So hopefully it'll be in the morning that this be resolved. So, because I got, you know, things I got to do. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I know y'all been talking to chopping up some games, and it, you know.
Yeah, I had played some Cruis'n Blast when I first started the stream, and now my buddy Stan is over here playing Pac-Man World Re-Pac. So,
that's what's up.
Yeah, the idea was I was gonna play a game, and then he was gonna play a game, and then I was gonna wrap it up again. Since it's like going so well.
Oh, there's 2 of you talking. There's 2 of you talking here, huh?
Yeah, it is. Stan's kind of quiet right now because he's focused on the game. He's the one playing that. Stan?
Oh, that's what's up. And you got Geek down there with the new logo and all that. He just changed his logos more and more.
I don't know if his headset is dead or what. I can't hear
Mine?
you, Stan, if you're talking.
Oh, I was gonna say mine. I spoke to Stan earlier. I think he was focused.
Like he just
I was like,
spoke.
my bad. Yeah, I heard it.
You know. I mean, when I get a little fire in me, I get angry. I get a little fire in me. Like I'm telling you, man, people don't know. I'm all smooth and cool. I get fired too. Like you saying, people. And when I get ignited, I just take it out on my content. People ignite me, I just get angry, and I take it out on my content. My content explodes when I'm upset. That's when I just say, you know what? I just use my energy and I put it towards my content, and I just keep raising the bar when I get doubted. Every time I'm doubted, they gonna learn who I am. I'm gonna keep proving people wrong. That's why I'm here. I got 1,000 subscribers. I bet people thought I fell off, and I didn't. Now I'm gonna keep it real today. People thought I fell off out here. When I stopped for a year and a half, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
Hey, man,
And I will be monetized. I'm gonna earn that, and I'm gonna earn that monetization too. I'm gonna get it. Watch.
I feel you, man. You gonna get it. You gonna get it.
I ain't that far away either.
If I could get it, and you could get it, and we was around
man,
the
yeah,
same
I'm
time.
getting
I
that
lost
stuff,
it
man.
and got it again.
Hope we get some content back out there. You know. You know, and I know you say some things about the ROG Ally. When I get something, I know what's good. This ain't the Stadia. Stadia was, I don't know what happened. That wasn't supposed to happen, but the ROG Ally is a wonderful
I mean,
platform.
Stadia's still pretty good.
Yeah,
The Ally is looking like it's got it pretty beat.
oh my God, Ally is amazing. I was about to stream it. Y'all would have saw it. If you saw it longer, I was going to, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in
What
LA
time
though. I don't know what's going on in your city.
What time do you usually stream? I stop through. I don't. Do you have like a certain
Well, I
time
stream
you
at
always-
random times.
Okay, yeah, because that's why usually when I be catching you,
Yeah, because I'm like, you know, I may be going for hiatus because I gotta do some personal things, you know, with jobs and careers and stuff like that I'm working on. When I'm working on, because I haven't, you know, the job I had, I did it for 13 years, and I haven't worked for a couple of months. I just get, you know, unemployment. You know, people get that little unemployment, but you know, lucky I have a little money saved up, so I'm lucky I was able to do that.
I understand, man.
I'm being real, things that I don't talk about, but I'm being a little real. So you know what? Because security, I have stories to tell you. Oh my God! So, but the world doesn't know what I'm really working on, but I have. They're gonna know soon, you know. So
Yeah,
that's what's
that I
up.
got, you know.
Well, you know what? I said this to all of y'all before. I'm trying to get people. I can't do it. On my own channel. What I'm gonna do is start like the channel. I'm trying to get the homie. Y'all know Miggy. He one of my mods on pretty much everything too. But anyway, to do the producing, because he said he'll help do the producing. Basically, like maybe once a week or every other week, just get on and talk. You ain't gotta be obligated to do it all the time, but it'd be like a pre-recorded podcast. Because everybody got different lives, so it would be easier to be pre-recorded and then just drop on like Sundays or something. Kind of like how we did a couple years ago, Vic, but just like that.
like that previously, and we did it like once or twice, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I still
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so something like that, but it would be like 3 or 4 of us on there. So that's what the plan is. So what I'm saying is, when you know, that's a perfect way to kind of go and talk about what you're doing and just chop it up and be talking about games and anime. Like my thing is, I always like to do like how we did tonight. This is what we always do, and it makes me so angry. You know what really makes me angry is when people try to box me to fuck you.
Oh, I hate that shit,
Don't tell
yo.
me I can only. I don't like only having to talk about this or only have to talk about that, or you know, I'm a multi-dimensional person, and so I want to find some kind of way to do it. So what I'm getting at is on the podcast, like even when I'm talking about on my own little podcast by myself now, the Geek Show on Sundays. That's when I just talk about anime or what's going on, like the sphere, or because it's other shit that's going on too. I'm not gonna get into politics, nothing crazy, but you know, but like when we talk about Tony Montana, like that, you know, he was trying to have sex with his sister. And that video actually is pretty solid for, especially during that time period. I'm about to change it.
I hope there ain't no kids listening to this because there's a little bit of rawness here.
Ain't no kids on this damn channel.
If these kids is up at 1 o'clock or 4 in the morning, them little badass.
I'm curious about that. If something like that exists. I want to know how the hell that you.
But y'all living in LA, man. I don't know how y'all live out, how y'all do it. And you Victor, you in downtown LA, I think, right?
Yeah, I am.
Y'all got the new train system. They copying our shit, put the A line and and they got the A line that goes all the way there. I know about your train system now, voice that go all through downtown. It goes through the bad
it
areas
does.
too, the A train.
It does.
But the A train in New York City goes through the bad areas. They copied us. It goes through Brooklyn, all the way from Far Rockaway, Brooklyn, all the way up to 207th Street, something like that, all the way up to Washington Heights. So, it's crazy. They copied everything.
Hey, we
They
gotta
copied
get
it.
around more, man. We kind of needed that.
Yeah, it's a nice system y'all got out there now. I said, damn, it's nice now. Goes to the street and to down all the way to the tunnel. That's a damn.
Back then, it was a
I
mess.
thought
So we needed it.
we'll be visiting LA, but I'm kind of scared, man, because I don't know, man. There's colors and all that stuff they got over there.
Now, you'll be safe just as long as you ignore the areas. And plus, if you're just going for one place, you know, not trying to head to dangerous locations.
My bad. I stepped away to get the. Oh no, I'm tripping hard. Why? I forgot I took the headsets off a while ago.
I see. Your Geek is in Inglewood, right? Geek is in Inglewood,
Never
California.
mind. Don't worry about me.
No,
Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, I'm even tripping harder because I did take the headsets off and I'm standing in front of the damn mic talking, and I didn't hear anything. And I'm like, "What's happening?" My bad. I interrupted.
Like the area I'm in could be considered more dangerous than the area he's in. That's what the crazy part is. Because I'm downtown LA where all the baddie bads are at. And he's in Inglewood where there's like some people like that, but you know there's some kind of semi-clean civilization. If you're like on the good end of it, you know what I mean? Unless you head to the bottoms, and then you got some problems. You know, that's
the bottoms. What's that? What's that? The bottoms.
The bottoms is the no-no area in Inglewood. Let's put it that way. It's got floods, grips everywhere, so it's best avoided. Chances are you won't even run into it because it's just a couple of blocks, and the moment you avoid that, the rest of Inglewood is just a-okay. It's like not even that bad.
It really, like, I just had a homeboy come out from LA. He was terrified to come, and he didn't want to admit it, but he was. He's from, you know, like Madeira somewhere, and cool folks, whatever, whatever. But he was always intimidated by it because, you know, they say they Crips up there and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, that ain't maybe a transplant, but it's a whole different story down here in LA. So, you know, when you only see stuff on TV, like especially like LA and New York and Chicago, places like that, the only thing you think of is murder and death. You know, honestly, that's the first thing you think, you know. But it's like this whole thing with LA, probably the same thing with New York. You know, you just got to know where not to go. Like,
Yeah,
if you
that's
and you can't, like, us as people from LA, we can't go to New York, we can't go to your city. We from LA, nobody can say shit, because then you're gonna get knocked out, or you're gonna get somebody gonna, you know, hit you up about it. And the same thing out here.
Mind your business, they don't bother you in New York
Exactly,
City.
exactly. That's what I mean. But if you going,
especially if you're around some people, because the way that they operate out here is they love to get people who are alone. You get what I mean? Like, because they'll have a whole bunch of people against like one, and that's what they like to do. They see you like with a group of people, they won't really say anything. And if you avoid the area altogether, you won't have that drama at all. And there's plenty of areas you can go to avoid that.
I'm about to say, if you come in as, it's just like, that's what I'm saying, like with New York. If you go into a certain place, like if I'm going to go visit a site or something, I'm probably not going to see the worst areas of New York. You know what I mean? Because I'm going as a tourist. So if you're coming out here to say you're going to a convention or a con, that downtown, if you go certain areas past downtown, it's some, or just you know, it is some crazy shit. But that part down there with the Staples Center and stuff, or the convention center, they made sure that shit is no. Ain't no homeless. Ain't no nothing, man. No. The homeless be looking. They be looking on the other side of about a mile away. They make sure.
Now, that's crazy.
No, that's
that. By the Staple, you buy that Staples Center. Y'all got that. Ain't no homeless. Yeah, I noticed. I seen it on TV. They don't. Ain't nothing.
Nah, they know it, man. They don't allow it. No.
But guess what? In New York City, where the Madison Square Garden is at, on 33rd Street, really, the homeless is right there. In New York City, the homeless is right there, like right by the post office, right up in the back of the post. I showed the videos. you saw the videos I was showing. I was right next to you got the Penn Station right there. You know, it's this is crazy, man. Like I'd say New York City is something else. We got the homeless right
The
there.
area I would say to definitely avoid is the area that's called Skid Row because that's where the homeless dominates.
Yeah. Let's get Rose dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. Like if you go in there, it's mostly to get past it. because
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you're
no,
just
you
on
yeah.
the train, you know. I mean, not on the train, but in the bus, and you just like, yeah, I'm not gonna stop here. I'm just gonna wait till he gets past it, so I can head down. That's how it mostly is.
It's good, you know. It's good you guys just chopping up on games, you know, not like these other YouTubers, you know, that's always complaining about everything over and over and over. But I love Jay Wags. Jay Wags on the other hand, I love that guy.
Jay Wags is cool.
It's funny as hell though.
It's crazy that I can say I've known him for almost 7 years now. Time sure flies by.
Yeah.
And I know you guys for just as long. I met you all in the same year.
Yeah.
Yep. Tell you, he was a serious man. You a serious man. I tell you right now. The more I start to get to understand, you know you.
Me?
A serious man about that, about achieving your goals. But that's
Hey man, I tried, man. That's the. We only got this one, man. Look, I look at it this way. I ain't married, and I ain't got no kids, and I've been doing my best. You know, I'm a big proponent on doing my digital hustle and selling on eBay.
Why does he rock it off like that? You could
Anything.
propeller up his ass.
Oh, Pac.
Yeah, freaking Junior Pac-Man just rockets like he has something up his fucking legs or just flies off.
This is
It's
really a
always
pretty
fun.
game, though.
Yeah, it's a cool game. I really love these Pac-Man games because it's a different dimension for him. You get what I mean? Like you just
same here.
these games and then it's just like, oh wait, he has a platformer too. I wonder what that's like. And then you play it and it's like, wow, this is actually interesting. It's got
I
good
even like that
music,
Super
nice
Nintendo,
graphics.
a Super Nintendo game of his. That was a good one too.
Pac'n Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a really good game. I like that game too.
Yeah. Hey.
I like all the little spin-off attempts that they had with Pac-Man as well to just take them.
And I gotta say this, especially about my city, New York. And if anybody talk crap about the Bronx, don't listen to them. If y'all ever visit New York, I have to take you around the Bronx. It's not what people. It's bad, but it's like when you come to the Bronx, it's not like with, you know, people always. New York City has a lot. There's a lot of craziness in New York with the boroughs too. We have that area, that different borough beef too. So a lot of the New York City area, they don't like us, don't like the Bronx because, you know, they started hip hop and all. There's a lot of jealousy in that. So people say, "Oh, the Bronx is this, the Bronx is that." Don't go to the Bronx. No. It's got good places.
It's not as bad as people make it out to be. You just have to avoid the areas, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, exactly.
to be honest, that's everywhere.
I know my ways around. Well, Yankee Stadium is in the hood. I just want to let y'all know that. Just right off the freaking back, you know. Yankee Stadium is dead and smack in the hood. So in the hood, Yankee Stadium is right there. So right in the hood. So,
Well, I don't think when I do visit New York, I'm gonna go as a tourist. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit the homie Jugs up, the homie Shifty, and have y'all and the homie T Belly, NG. I'm gonna have you NGG. I'm gonna have y'all like tour me around, and I trust that y'all ain't gonna put me in no. And I'm not one of these wild ass dudes. I'm 41 years old. I ain't about to be out in no tomfoolery. Most of the places, like even out
same
like
age as
here,
you.
even like out here. Like I told my homie, when he came out here, I said, bro, I'm not gonna put you in no situation because I'm not gonna be in that situation. Like I'm grown. I'll go to work, I do what I gotta do, go to the store. If I go somewhere or something, like it's a convention or a con, I don't be hanging out like that.
Yeah.
That's how dudes get fucked up. Like for real. Hanging out, be in the situations, or you know, you can skirt chase, but you gotta be like this. LA is the city of sex, I tell you that. You get
I'm not gonna
get
disagree
caught
with that.
you get caught up on something real quick, and you be looking up like what, and that's all. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Ouch.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't even say what it was, but it said I'll leave it at that. Look like what you heard about Dr. Dre, on some of Dr. Dre's songs and Snoop Dogg talking about LA. Yeah, the NWA. Yeah, that's true. That's factual. But there's also a smorgasbord. You like Spanish? You like Spanish mommies? You like them?
Oh, you born and raised in LA, right?
You like them PAWG? You like them
You
thick
born and
white
raised
girls?
in LA?
You like them chocolate sisters? Them
Yeah.
light
Was you born and raised in LA?
Oh, wait, who are you asking, me
Ooh.
or him?
I was born out here, but then I moved, and then I came back. Well, I'm trying to get the Asian persuasion.
That's me.
What
I
I'm saying
was
is,
born and raised out here. Well, in
it's
Eagle.
a smorgasbord. That's what LA has, and that's why
Oh,
everybody.
YouTube Voice was born and raised there.
Yep.
Okay.
I've never
I'm a
left
New York
the
to the bone.
state, man.
You never left.
I would love to vacation
California.
somewhere. I've never left California. Ever. Out of the
Damn.
33 years of my life, never been anywhere else.
Well, it's a different world in New York. I'm gonna tell you right now, right? It's a different world. You have to experience New York City. It's it's the hustle and bustle of my city, man. It's just people are just, oh boy.
Well, if y'all want to go up to this TwitchCon, I don't even know if I can get in. It's $150. That's what I'm saying. I want to go. So that's in October
Where's that at?
in Vegas.
Oh, okay. And when is that?
In October, I think like October 18th, something like that.
Oh, that's what's up. See what happens.
Just throwing it out there, no obligation. I was supposed to. Somebody wanted to come to New York.
See what happens.
All right, man. I don't want any trouble.
I'm an easygoing guy. Y'all know that, you know.
Damn. Wait, let me turn back.
But I'm gonna say this one thing: when it comes to games, handheld games, take it off.
What do y'all want? I asked that earlier. What do y'all want from the Switch? I think that the Switch has to be with how the Stream Deck and how, like you just was saying, Jerry, how handhelds, the Switch has brought back like a market for that. I think it has to be powerful. And I know it was rumored about being as powerful as a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, which I feel, just personally, this one should have been that, but the next one has to be that. The next one has to be 1080. It can't. We'll pay 500. We'll pay 500 for it. Like, that's the thing. Like, seriously. Like, what I realized a long time ago is like this. Don't say what people won't buy, because we don't know what everybody can buy. Just because we can't buy don't mean other people can buy. But people want some shit. People still got some money. Yep, look at the PlayStation 5s. Look at the Stream Deck. People was buying the Stream Deck.
Steam Deck, eh? Yeah.
Stream Deck, my bad. I need a new Stream Deck. Yeah, I do need that XL, but that mofo is like $200. That's way too much.
XL?
The XL extra large.
I just really do hope that
whatever
Nintendo's doing next, that they actually put it in 1080. It doesn't even have to be 4K.
No, it don't have to be.
Yeah, like just do 1080, man.
I say what I want from Nintendo: power. I want Nintendo to have power. I want them to at least get to 4K in dock mode.
They're not gonna do that. I don't think after the Switch, I don't think they're gonna want. I wish they would. I wish Nintendo would let the nuts drop. Honestly, but I don't think they're. But I think that they're gonna do that. I think that it's gonna be underpowered again. They found their market, and they're doing all right. Honestly,
yeah, I think it's gonna be as powerful as a Steam Deck. I think they're gonna go right there.
Yeah, that's what 1080, 60.
Yeah, probably a little bit more powerful than the Steam Deck. It better be a little bit more powerful than the Steam Deck.
I hope it's at least on par. It has to be on par with it.
I mean, they have to if they want to get all those other games on it. I mean,
But
And
Yeah.
people can deny it, but a partial part of the Nintendo Switch's success is the amount
True.
of games that they were able to get from third parties.
I paid
Exactly.
$700 for the ROG. I like $700, but I paid $7. Well, I sold the Steam Deck with the Steam Deck ROG. I got the Extreme one, and that thing is a beast. Oh,
Did you
beast.
sell it on? Did you end up selling it on eBay?
I sold it on eBay. It worked.
Oh,
You know, I
that's
got
what's
it.
up. That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
what's
you
up.
told me. You told me to do
Yeah,
that. And
no, that's why I was just remember. Yeah, because that's why I flip my stuff now, man. I got like that's one of my little gigs. eBay, it's better than GameStop. Once you go to Bay, there's no other way. Oop.
All clear.
That's
Right on time. It's 1:11 over here. I
damn.
think we did enough.
Yeah,
in this
412,
game.
412 over here.
Yeah, man. I think it's time to maybe.
Hope you come back with a video, a voice.
Oh, I'm already working on one right now. Like, well, not at this moment, but I got 2 videos that I'm cooking up, and I want to release them like almost back to back. But it all depends on my mood at the time. But I had previously just announced like 2 days ago, like the original idea that I was working on was like bring Crash back to the channel in terms of parodies by completely roasting a game that I didn't like from the series in parody form. But that video is going to be a lot longer than the one that I just decided to create. So I got a Cadbury's caramel parody dub coming up. Another one. So this is going to be the third one. It's going to be a quick video. And then the next video is going to be a longer one. So that's the 2 video plans that I currently have. And I plan to get that out like by the end of this month. So I'm going to have 2 videos ready.
Yeah, I know everybody's getting
I'm
next.
gonna just take it easy after that. I also want to get more into streaming so I can have that engagement rate because my numbers have been going down because I've been inactive. I haven't been doing that much.
Yeah, it's like that. YouTube is brutal.
Yeah,
Oof.
YouTube can take it out of a person. That's the thing about it, you know. Especially when you pay too much attention to numbers, and it's just like, oh man, so many people just have it so much easier, you know. I'm seeing like smaller dudes like climb up extremely fast, and you see that, it's just like very discouraging for yourself. So I have to take it a step at a time and remember this is, you know, not only for business purposes, this is also for fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I decided to stream tonight, because I'm like, well, let's have some fun with the channel. Show off some Cruis'n Blast, show off some Pac-Man, and like I'll probably do it again tomorrow. Who knows? It all depends on how I feel at the time. I might stream earlier tomorrow, just to get it out there. I might bring the game back that I haven't played in a while and see how that goes.
Look into that Boy in the Blob. That might be something.
Yeah, I'm
it's
gonna
quick.
look that up
It's
like as
it's
soon
like
as the stream ends.
it's like quick.
Stan, can you kick me out of your parsec?
Yeah,
'Cause I wanna wrap up
but
this
honestly,
stream.
I was dead happy when I hit one. I know for me, for you too. I know I was dead happy when I hit one. I actually didn't think I would get there. I didn't think. I said, oh shit, I did. I made
All right,
it.
let me wrap up this stream. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next stream. So talk to you guys next time. Have a good one. Peace.